Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to JAHAN-E, and today is Saturday, a special day for the kids, for the children. Children always wait for this special day because today we have the Purple Book, a quiz show. This quiz show is hosted by Mr. Yasir Malik, who is a scientist from UK. But before starting our show, welcome to the show, Yasir. So before starting the show, let me just announce a few things. Yes, how are you? How is the cold over there?
It's started to turn cold now, so the weather isn't for a turn. A little crispy and chilly in the morning. Yeah, but the warmth of your show keeps me going on for the rest of the week, and the bright, shiny young faces, they make up my day.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And you know, here in India, we are still feeling too hot. I don't know when we are going to have that type of chilly cold. We are waiting for that.
Well, at the moment,
So,
my nose and my ears are all cold, so you can well understand. Although I'm inside home, so
okay, so Yasir, just let me make one or two announcements. These
come on.
announcements are very important for the children. Uh, my dear children, we are going to have innovation competition on 15th October. You all must be knowing the reason why we have kept it on 15th October, because 15th October is the birth anniversary of APJ Abdul Kalam, our former president and the missile man of India. And APJ Abdul Kalam used to say that dream is not that which you see while sleeping, it is something that doesn't let you sleep. So each one of you or each one of us must dream to be an innovator. And here is the opportunity to showcase your talent. So please register today because 5th October is the last day for registration. And 10th October, we are going to have the rehearsal, or we can say the pre-qualifying round. And 15th October is going to be the show day when you are going to showcase your innovation, your project assignment, whatever you have done, something innovative, something new, something beneficial for the society. We are going to show your innovation to the entire world. So please don't miss this chance and participate in this enthusiastically. The details are available on the Facebook page of JAHAN-E, and the details are available with the teachers, with the volunteers as well. And the details are available on the JAHAN-E YouTube channel itself. We have given all the details, who can participate, how you have to participate, then what is the last date, and everything is mentioned over there. Please don't miss this opportunity and participate enthusiastically. This is my humble request to all my viewers, to all my students. Thank you very much. Yasir, do you know why the rivers are so rich?
Aha, I can answer that.
Yes, tell me.
Because they don't have just one, but two banks.
Yeah, yes, correct. Absolutely correct.
I,
So,
now I have got the hang of the kind of questions that I'm up for when I'm here. So of course I'm not going to give a straight reply. I know you are tricking with my mind to just warm up the session. Yeah.
so Yasir, today's topic is amazing plants.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I think firstly I'll congratulate you for selecting such a wonderful topic because at the moment, we live in these cities, in these jungles of concrete, and we have sort of lost touch with nature. And when we step out into the nature, the diversity that we see in the richness that we see in flora, in plants, is something of astounding beauty. And it just calls us as if you have to just happen to step out of the city and go into the countryside, or a more thicker floral place, like a forest, or a jungle, then you would find the diversity of the plants that nature has provided is just so amazing, and that just invokes inside us the need to understand plants and trees and the flora around us. What are they? What are they made of? What are the constituent parts? How do they grow? And more than that, what is in it that benefits us? So I mean, if I just quickly take the participants here through a bit of science and through the amazing science that has been bestowed in the by the nature in the plants. I'll just say that, basically plants are composed of, in general, all the plants, whether you combine them with trees, whether you combine them with small bushes, they are composed of roots and the shoot. So the root is the element of the plant that is under the soil, which is an essential component for the plants to grow because it contains minerals. And the shoot is the part which is rising above the soil. And that is again divided into stem and leaves and flowers and fruits. But that shoot contains the different parts which help plant to grow by absorbing components from the air. And one of the basic components that is in the air is carbon dioxide, there, which is absorbed by plants. And this is how the nature recycles the air, because it is the activities of the humans and the other mammals which releases carbon dioxide, which is something which is poisonous for us, but it's beneficial for plants. And plants take this carbon dioxide from nature in their leaves, and within their leaf, there is a component called chlorophyll, which is through the process of photosynthesis, with which the sunlight is utilized to create the food for the plant. And with that food, plants grow and divide. And and plants divide again in very many ways. So some plants actually do not need any kind of cross fertilization to grow. They just have a fruit which contains seed, and once that seed is germinated into the soil, it evolves into a plant. But then there are plants which need cross pollination. So for that, nature again brings into effect small little insects like bees, like flies, which take the pollens from one plant while they are sucking the fruit, the flower, the nectar from the flower, and take it back to the other plant. And then that pollen is dropped into the flower absorbs that pollen, and then it germinates a fruit, which is again something which is a result of cross fertilization. And that's not just remains to the what's going inside the plant. It is also the externality of the plants in various diversity across us. If you just look, there are no two trees in the world which are alike, yet we call them trees. Even if it's a tree which looks very much alike, it can never be alike. Okay, so that brings us, begets us the question as to what is it that makes plants so important and so resilient creatures of nature. And nature has adapted it in various different ways. For example, it is not just the staticity of the plants. The plants are generally considered stationary beings. But if we look at different kinds of plants, for example, a Venus flytrap, that is an amazing example of a plant which actually takes its nutrition not by any ordinary means. It actually sucks the juices from insects. So it is in a shape of a pitch, and then once the leaf is folded up. So once the fly sits on it, it closes on the insect, and then the insects get trapped and the juices are sucked. Similarly, the adaptations of the plants, like cactus in the desert, we have seen cactus grow wildly, and these cactus have a certain adaptation which makes their leaves into thorns, so that not a lot of water exuded out, because in desert, the only thing that is most scarce is water. And that water is stored inside the xylem and the phloem, which are the tissues of the plants of cactus. So there are various many ways in which plants adapt to the cycles of nature, and we see that with different seasons, with the same plant undergoes different kind of changes. Leaves fall, leaves come again, and that is where the floral vegetation, the plants send us a message that it is probably autumn and the leaves are falling and the plants go bare. But if and then be followed by a bitter, long, cold winter where nothing would grow and it would be as if everything has gone hopeless. But then, when winter ends, there would be a season of spring when things would come back to normal, when the leaves would grow, the birds would chirp, the plants would grow, the flowers would bloom. And that is what we have to take from plants and the nature around us. That the cycles of life continue. And if winter comes, can spring be far behind? And I'll leave you with that message. I'm looking forward to an exciting round of questions and answers. And yes, again, some wonderful young minds making an example of their brilliancy here. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Yasir. It was really very informative, and the way you have explained it was like so mesmerizing. So we were thinking that we are visiting those gardens and flowers and plants. I hope the students understood your concept of plants and the information they have grasped. Now let's go to the quiz. And without wasting much time, let me just announce that this time quiz is only one round, because we observed that in the juniors there were very bright children, and the seniors the students were not able to participate. So that's why now we have only one round of quiz, and that is balanced one. Everybody can participate and everybody can play this game. So here we go, and let me just start it. I
Yes, so
think
I
my
think
screen is
all
visible.
the juniors know the pattern by now that you have to enter this quiz by the quizzes app. You have to download this quizzes app, enter this code, and once you enter this code, which is 287559, you would get a set of questions which you can start answering. And just to help you here, I will just read out very quickly the questions and the options with it.
I'm waiting for the participants to get in.
I think the 5
287559,
participants are coming up, aren't they?
287559. Yes.
Some of them have started popping up now.
This sound is very, very encouraging, you know. This this
There we
this
are.
sound this is a sign of life that
Exactly, it's
people are
popping up.
joining. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm expecting more pops. Right.
So I think we should start. Let them join
Okay.
later on.
3, 2, 1, and we begin the quiz show, which is
Yes,
about
Yasir, you can
the
start reading the
diversity of
question.
plants. Yes. So I begin the round of questions that you might be seeing. People have already started answering. So the first question that you'd be looking at would be asking, what do plants need to live? Option R, A, they need light, air, water, and nutrients. B, they need light, water, and nutrients. And C, light, air, and nutrients. The second question is, roots absorb, and the options are A, the light from the air, B, the air, C, the nutrients, and groundwater. The third questions, the tiny organisms called what? You have to name the organisms, turn the nutrients into food. Viruses, microbes, bacteria are your options. Okay. The fourth question goes, the smell of the stink lily attracts, and you have to answer A, some animals, B, flies, or C, human beings. Well, I'll see who answers this correct. I'm pretty sure all of you will, but still, there might be a few who might trip on this question. Right. The fifth question is, you have been given a picture, a couple of pictures, and you have to answer which of these is the plant called Venus flytrap. Okay, which I just talked about while I was discussing. And the second question is, these are plants that represent love. Wow, I think quite a lot of you would be knowing about it. Well, the options are A, roses, and your second option is white banberry. Okay. And seven, which is not a part of a plant. Option A, sunlight. Option B, stem. Option C, petal. Or option D, root. Eighth question is, the four main parts of the plant are stem, roots, leaves, and what is the fourth part? A, seed, flower, or fruit. Ninth, pollination is a process in which the insects and like butterflies and bees transfer what from flower to flower? A, nectar, B, honey, C, pollen. 10th question. Leaves are green because of, options are pollination, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide. 11th question is, during photosynthesis, plants take in what? Whether hydrogen, oxygen, or carbon dioxide. And the 12th question is, this part of the plant takes in nutrients and water from soil. A, roots, B, stem, C, leaves. The 13th question is about cactus, and you have to tell where do cacti mainly store water? A, in the roots, or B, in the stem. The 14th question, they are small creatures, and you have to tell what are they? A, roots, B, stems, C, leaves, or D, bacteria. The next question is, plants need water and light for A, digestion, B, survival, C, strategy, D, roots. And another question, why do vines climb up the trees? You have to tell whether to get high altitude or to get sunlight. And then you have to tell what is the first image of the plant life cycle, stage of, pardon me, of plant life cycle. A, seedling, B, seed, C, adult plant, D, pollination, germination, I'm sorry. The 18th question, and we're soon going to be ending our quiz. In what plant, in what plant cell part or structure is water stored? A, chloroplast, B, cell wall, C, vacuole, or D, cytoplasm. That will check your science about the knowledge of science about plants that you have. The 19th question is, what happens in the phloem? Okay, water moves up from the roots, or food moves up from the leaves, move down from the leaves, or C, food moves up from the roots, or D, water moves down to the roots. The 20th question, what part of a woody stem forms rings that indicate a tree's age? A, xylem, B, phloem, C, cambium, D, inner bark. 21. The energy that powers photosynthesis comes from water, oxygen, chemicals, or the sun. And with that, I'm just going to ask the last question, the 22nd question. Dash are scientists who study plants. These are scientists who study plants. Options are botanist, ecologist, zoologist, or option D, chemists. You have to tell what are those scientists called who study plants? Botanist, ecologist, zoologist, or chemist. And with that, I think I have read all the questions to you, and I'm looking at the scoreboard here, and yeah, well, some have already finished the quiz, some are still answering, and I'm thinking that they would be done very soon. Yes, nice to see 10, 11 participants here. Very nice. Very nice. That is indeed very nice. Mm-hmm.
Still students are doing it. Seems that the questions are not very difficult, but they have the standard. That's why the students are taking time to think and then
Yes, and that
complete the
is the
quiz.
whole purpose of this show, to make them think. And it is not about answering every question correctly, but it is about uh, trying to find the right answer once the quiz is over. Mm.
I think once we can explain to the children, because we received lots of messages about this quiz, but
Mm-hmm.
when the quiz is there, the people are not able to join us. I think there is some confusion. They don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that how they have to join. They don't understand. They
I
think that, yeah.
Yes, yes. So I think if you put up the directions on your Facebook page, and maybe before we start explaining about the topic, we can just tell them about how to download that particular app and how to put in the code. Maybe that will help next time if you do that.
Yes, you are right. Uh, Actually, the people, they think that the best way to participate in any of the program is that you should get some either a Zoom link or a Google Meet link or some
Mhm.
links. Then
Mhm.
only you can participate. So this concept that they have to just watch JAHAN-E, they have to come on JAHAN-E and they have to watch it and then get a code and play the quiz. It is so
Yeah.
simple. There is no complication at all. They have to just simply
Mhm.
come at 4 o'clock. They have to watch Jahaneman. They have to get the code and they have to enter the code and start playing the game. As we can see, the
Mhm.
students are playing right now.
Mhm.
Now I think the time is up and we have to close this quiz.
But then we can always give them a stepwise direction as to how to participate in this quiz if they want to. That is, first, you have to open the Jahaneman YouTube channel. Wait for, you have to download the quizzes app on your phone. Wait for the quizzes app to, yeah, we wait for the code quiz. And once you have the quiz, you have the questions in front of you. Oh,
So
the quiz is
here we
over and we
have
have some winners.
Faisal
Wow.
Jamil.
Faisal
Faisal
Jamil, the
Jamil
winner.
first.
And we have Nikhil as second. Wow, Nikhil, well done. And Samira is third. Good, good.
Yes, and
I
here we
like
have
this.
the result.
Oh, and look at the green spots for the winner. I don't know. But they, but they have got the similar scores. The Nikhil and
Yes,
Samira, isn't it?
Samira, Nikhil, and Faisal, they all are on 100%. And then we have Miraj with one wrong. And then we have Aditya again with one wrong. And then we have Taif. Taif is with two wrong answers. And Arsalan. Arsalan is, it seems that Muhammad Arsalan is all correct, but maybe because of timing, his rank is at 7. So okay, we can ask
Ah,
students to join us here.
I
And
don't understand. I mean, if it would have been in my capacity, I would have brought you, you all top 10. I think until 10, I think a very wonderful performance has been given. So I would have just hauled you guys up irrespective, because it doesn't make a difference to me. This is a difference to the software, to the computer. Doesn't make a difference to me. Well done, well done.
so let me just share the code of this meeting so that they can join us.
Mhm.
So here we are with the with the meeting ID. Meeting ID is 871-1452-7316 and passcode is 852711. So please join us here, those who have participated in today's quiz. We are going to discuss about this quiz, and then after that, we can prepare for the next time. So may I request the participants to join us here?
Where are the winners? I want to see the winners, the lovely winners of this quiz show. I think they know
Not
more about
necessarily the
plants than
winners
I
will
thought.
be with us. I think not necessarily the winners will be with us, but anyone who
Yeah,
has
I mean,
participated.
for me, all of them are winners. For me,
Yeah,
just the
Arsalan
fact
is
that
with us. Yes, Arsalan, how are you? Arsalan has to.
you have to unmute your mic. Yes, that's it.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum salam. Yes, Arsalan, how was the quiz?
Ma'am, it was good.
Good. And how did you manage to find so many right answers?
Sir, I have scored 90%.
Oh, that's brilliant. But how could you score 90% if you unless you know too
Sir,
much about plants?
sir, the time was over. I was
Oh
doing
no,
that.
no, I'm not asking why didn't you score 100%. 90% is a brilliant score. I'm asking how do you know so much about plants?
Sir, I had studied science
Oh
chapter
no, no, no,
plants.
you're lying. You're lying. Is it because you live in a jungle that you know so much about plants?
No, sir.
Okay. I don't.
Just unmute yourself, please. Yasir, unmute yourself.
Very nice. Well done. Yeah. And just keep on this inquisitiveness to go and know more about plants, because if once you start liking plants, you start liking, of course, if you like plants, you would definitely love animals, and you would just cherish human beings, isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
exactly, that's the way to go. But I still think you live in a
May I
jungle.
request others to kindly join us?
No, sir, I don't live in jungle.
I don't mind if you do. I don't mind if you do.
So we have with us here, we have Abad, then we have
Yes, and
Miraj,
we have
we have
Aditya,
Faisal,
we have
we have
Nikhil, we have Sabah, we have Arsalan, we have
Sabah.
quite a lot of people. Where are they?
Yeah, yeah.
Why aren't they joining?
Yeah, may I request them to kindly switch on their videos and join us here on the
You
screen.
can all switch on your videos now. Now it's your turn. I'm going to shut up, and you're going to come up and speak. The winner takes it all. Yeah. Come on, show up, guys.
Yes, Nikhil is with us.
Here's Faisal. Here's Nikhil. Nikhil, where have you been? Come on.
Faisal, first time you are the topper, isn't it? How do you feel?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you feel?
I'm
Faisal?
feeling very good. Ma'am, very good.
Brilliant, brilliant. And how did you prepare for this quiz? Is it like how do you know so much about plants?
So I was listening very carefully. What was you saying?
Oh, were you? Were you? Yeah, you must have then picked up at least 5 or 10 questions, isn't it? Because what I was talking about, there were quite a few things that I hinted upon. Good, good. This is the trick.
Questions was little bit hard.
But still you managed. Still you managed. That's very good. Listening to me. Yeah.
So
And that is
actually,
there in general.
this Ahad is asking that what is the code for the juniors? We already announced that since last week, we are having only common quiz for both, for juniors and seniors. So now there is no code for this junior.
It's because the juniors have come into the senior category and the seniors could not go any further. So that's why they're all there.
Yes, Nikhil, now will you please tell us that how do you feel? How was the quiz? What is your impression about this today's quiz and your performance? Are you satisfied?
Yes, ma'am.
He is. He
What is your score?
definitely is.
Ma'am, 95%.
Oh, wow. Brilliant,
Wow,
Nikhil.
so-
Well done. Are there, is it by listening to me or by reading some book alongside that you managed to do score such high marks? How did you manage such good score? What is the secret?
Sir, 50% of book and 50% of your.
Okay, 50%. And so I thought that you are having some secret friends who know too much about plants alongside you. You know, people who are living in jungles like Mowgli. I don't
Okay,
mind
so
if you
now,
do. Great,
thank you
great. Well
very
done,
much.
Nikhil. Well done. Keep
Well
it up.
done.
Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Brilliant. I'm
We
very
have
happy for
Ahad
you.
Hussain with us. Yes, Ahad.
Ahad, come, show your lovely face to us.
Maybe some network issues. Because of the network issues, he's unable to
Yeah,
join
yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's nice to see these boys listening to to what I'm saying, because that's how I plan. I mean, of course, a lot can be said about a lot of things, but I plan that to say only a very limited amount of things about the topic that we have the quiz on, and then onward from that, some questions would fall into that category. So,
Okay, then thank you very much. Now I think we come to the end of today's show, and for the next week, I think we can announce the topic right now so that they can prepare well. So for next week, we have the topic that the amazing body of a human being. So they have to study about their body, different system of the body, and in this way they have to prepare well. And then we are going to have the quiz on Saturday at the same time. And till then, let them take care of themselves very well, because COVID is still here among us, and especially in India. You must be knowing, Yasir, that India is now on the second rank.
yes, unfortunately, that's a very dubious distinction that India has, but that's exactly what I'll just reimpose your message of staying safe, staying alert, and yes, helping others out as much as you can. And yes, at this tough time, we have to be morally suited, but as well as strong in ourselves. So just keep it up. It'll pass. We'll come out of it, inshallah.
Okay, so thank you very much, Yasir, and thank you all the viewers. Thank you very much. And let's meet next week. And I request all the participants that next week after the quiz, they all must be mentally prepared that we are going to invite them here, and we are going to take their views and their experience. How did they feel? And of course, this quiz is for them. We always look forward for their suggestions. If you give us the suggestions, we are going to ensure that we implement it, and if it is for the benefit of others. Thank you very much. See you, inshallah. Take care, and Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, ma'am.